It was time to put in a new kitchen floor, so we went with this Smartcore premium vinyl covering. You can get it at Lowe's. First thing we did was scrape all the linoleum up using these things you see here. That took a whole weekend. Then we put down this Blue Hawk moisture barrier and use this tape to tape it down. Use these little thingamajigs as spacers when putting down the planks. Yeah. This thing is called what is that called? I forget the name of it, but it's this cool little saw that allows you to cut like what you see there. Now, when we pulled the carpet up, we wanted to extend this part of the floor out, so we cut some linoleum pieces and put them down there because we want, you'll see in a minute. Door jamb saw, I think that's what the name of that saw was. So then we nailed that down nice and tight. And got the, oh, it was snowing that day, so just thought you'd want to see that. And we got the first 3 planks down, first 3 rows. Everything's going good, so we just kept going. There's all the planks in the den. There's Luna sitting in the corner, keeping watch, making sure we're doing it right. Now to cut the wood, I mainly used this scoring knife, carbon tip scoring knife, to cut straight edges. You got to do it about 10 to 15 times, and then you can break it off. Like that. Nice clean cut. Now here's the main procedure when you're doing this, putting this together. You want to take the 2 pieces, sort of bend them in like I'm doing here, and then sort of connect them like that. Lock them together, and then lay them down flat, and they should completely go together perfect and smooth. And you just do that to the whole line, and then you beat it in place with a rubber mallet. You sort of hold it at an angle as you're beating it in, and then once you got it in all the way, then you plop it on top and you sort of hit it at an angle going towards the other piece, like my girlfriend's doing there. Here we are, about 1/10 finish. Now to cut it, you can also use a jigsaw, like when you need to cut non-straight pieces. Like with this piece, I needed to cut an irregular shape, so break out the jigsaw for that. Cutting this at a 45-degree angle. This piece is going to go near where the door is. And that's going to fit together nicely. Had to move these big heavy appliances out of the way. That was kind of tricky to lay down everything. And this is like the hardest part right here, trying to do these couple of pieces right that lead into the pantry. So we used the door jamb saw, and then we used a paper pattern template to draw on the wood to get the wood up under there so it would fit perfectly. Then we use this special little tool that she had because you can't sort of raise the wood up because the wood's in the way to beat it in, so you sort of gotta be careful not to break it and just do it nice and easy, and eventually you can get it to go in. Just takes a while. And this is one little dent we had when we moved the refrigerator, the big heavy refrigerator. It did leave a little dent. Here we are with the finished product. It's all done. This is called Tahitian Walnut. They have like 7 or 8 different colors to choose from. This is sort of a darker color that we decided on to go with, and pretty happy with it. As far as looks goes, I would give it about an A-. As far as the feel goes, I'd give it a B. I mean, the durability of it, time will tell, and I'll update the video if it starts to buckle or we have problems with it. But it seems it wasn't that hard to install, really. It wasn't that bad, and it seems I would recommend it. Not a bad product. I mean, it doesn't feel when you walk on it as thick as like real expensive wood, but it does a job. Now here I am trying to scratch it. It will scratch. It is harder to scratch than some, but I'm using a nail here. First I used the nail head and scratch it pretty heavily. Now I'm using the actual point of the nail, pressing down pretty hard, and you see it actually does. It will scratch. And actually a chair, we had to put little chair pads on them because a chair will scratch it too if you're not careful. So you definitely want to get some little feet pads to put on your chairs, felt pads. So that project is over. It took us a couple weekends actually to do it, so not too bad.